Film Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the NBA. So y'all check this out. What you think about that Eastern Conference? Eastern Conference so far, after 10 games, right? Everybody had about 11 games. We could say, that's over 10% of the season. So you can start, making your opinions, seeing how things are going to go. Teams are getting their confidence or not. And that Eastern Conference so far is showing a lot of parity. A lot of parity, and so that's good for the conference. It's good for the conference. And what struck my eye is, we're not going to talk about it, we're going to say it anyway. If it were the playoffs were today, it's about 3 or 4 teams that wouldn't be in it, that it would be a huge surprise. We got the one, obviously. But I'm talking about teams like Indiana. Indiana really didn't surprise me being 5-5 right now. I'm expecting Indiana to do pretty good. I've been keeping my eye on Miles Turner for a while. I think this guy is, he's 6'11". He's blocked shots, but he has a soft touch in mid-range game. It's real good. He rarely misses a mid-range shot. But now, of course, nowadays you got to take it out to the three-point line, and he's going to be able to do that too because it's a great shooter. So they're going to build around him. He's the only one there. Everybody else that's been there for a while is gone. This guy's 20 years old. He's the longest tenured guy there. Right, and so when you're looking at that, and you're looking at Oladipo having a career year, I didn't expect Sabonis to be playing this good, because he's just too left-hand heavy. He's got to start using that right hand if he wants to be effective for long periods of time, but he's doing so well so far. And they got a few pieces in there, so I'm expecting them to make the playoffs. So yes, I'm a little bit surprised that they're out of the playoff picture right now, but like I said, it's early, but it's still, significant that they're not there. Obviously, Milwaukee, with the Greek Freak and everybody that they had last year coming back, Rookie of the Year, Brogdon, you would expect them to always be in the playoff hunt. No matter if it's 10 games or not, you would expect them to be doing more. What are they? I don't know. I think they're under 500, but they're definitely not in the playoff hunt right now. That's surprising, seeing as though Greek Freak is having an MVP year so far. And like I said, all those guys have come back. Middleton's healthy. You expect them to be doing better than that. Now, they're not in panic mode. They do know they have an all-star caliber player in Jabari Parker coming back in February. So they just got to keep it above water. This is an all-star caliber type of guy. When he gets back, they should be formidable in the playoffs. But it's interesting for them not to be in there right now. Miami is the same, similar. They made a push last year, a real good push towards the end of the season. They got everybody back to do it. Playing a little bit without Deion Waiters or Whiteside sometimes, but you would expect them to be in that hunt because everybody's there. And I forget my man's name off the bench, but playing real well. One got that dunk on somebody. I forget his name right now, but they should be in the mix. They're not. So those are teams in the East where you're like, wow. Now, obviously, Cleveland, people they got. Isaiah Thomas is not there yet, but they got him. Got Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, Jeff Green. A lot of pieces came in there. Only losing Kyrie, I'm not only, but losing Kyrie Irving, but replacing him with some things and playing in the East. So you would expect them to be in the hunt at all times when you're talking about the East. But it's not the case right now. So the East is very, very interesting right now. Every game is going to be close. Teams like Orlando, like second or third in the East right now. So those are things good. So, it's good to keep your mind, because maybe if the East is not all that great, but if it's even, then that also makes for great TV. And it also makes for all of the cities throughout the Eastern Conference can all be happy about something. If you're not exactly Chicago and Atlanta right now. Everywhere else is pretty much optimistic about what their team could possibly do this year. And then after 10, 11 games, that's great. In the West, everything's going according to plan, more or less. The only team that's a real surprise is not winning is OKC. They're a surprise for most people for not winning right now because after acquiring Carmelo Anthony and Paul George, 2 all-stars, perennial all-stars, you would expect the team to flourish, be great or real good right now. But chemistry is not to be underestimated. I didn't like to trade with Carmelo Anthony from jump. I told you he should be coming from the bench. One of those guys should be coming from the bench. Staggering these guys a bit. They're going to have to figure that out. I do think they're going to make the playoffs, but it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. So that's the only team in the West that's not in the playoffs that you would think would be. So the West is going according to plan. So you guys keep an eye on that East because it's going to be interesting. Every single game is going to be interesting going forward because why are you messing around losing these first 10, 11 games and not looking too well? What's happened to those other teams? They're gaining confidence. So you can walk in these gyms thinking you're going to win because your name is something. Ain't going to happen in the East. That makes a little bit for good TV. Doing Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm about to here, y'all.